Hi Taylor. It's nice to see you back here again this week. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. Well, the last time that we spoke, you told me that you were having some difficulties with your roommates or with one of your roommates, and that you're just kind of feeling a little depressed and out of sorts right now with your current situation, and that you work at a bar. And you're having some trouble with that. So I just wanted to check in with you and see how things are going this week.
Yeah, I got another DUI, and so my probation officer said that I have to either go to jail or go to treatment.
Okay. And with jail or treatment, did they give you, like, with the ultimatum, did they give you the time span that you would be in either one, or is it kind of the same?
Yeah, and I'm kind of conflicted because I really don't want to go to treatment, but it's 8 weeks for treatment and 2 weeks for jail.
Okay. So seems to be like the bigger the bigger problem out of everything that we've talked about so far. So do you mind if we kind of talk about this decision a little bit further today?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So what has made you, not want to go with outpatient treatment? What are your feelings about that?
Treatment's just a bunch of addicts, and I just don't really feel like I have a problem. Like, why would I waste my time for 8 weeks hanging out with people that are nothing like me? And I just don't see the point.
Okay. And then your feelings with the 2 weeks in jail?
It's quicker. It might not be as bad. I can make some friends. It just seems like a better option.
Okay, so what I'm getting from you is that the time span between both programs is a big determinant in which way you're going to go. And that also you just don't feel like you would really fit in with the outpatient group. But that jail, you may be more inclined to talk to people. Is that kind of how you're feeling right now?
I feel like the potential for fun in treatment is very small.
Okay.
And I'm just really angry that these are my only 2 options when I don't even really have a drinking problem.
Okay, and you, do you feel that jail would be a more fun option than the outpatient treatment?
Kind of.
I know. What makes you have these feelings?
I had a friend that went to jail, and they said it was pretty fun. You could play games and watch TV and meet people, and it's not like it looks in the movies. It's not as bad as they make it out to be.
Okay.
I just really don't want to go to treatment.
Okay. So, and I heard you say before that you don't really feel like you have a drinking problem. So what do you feel like is the reasoning behind, like, the chain of events that have happened?
Like why I got a DUI?
Yeah.
It was my friend's birthday, and she made me take birthday shots with her. And then I had to work the next morning, so I had to get home. And I wasn't that drunk, but I got pulled over because I didn't use my turning signal.
Okay. So, is that the only problem that you've had with drinking in the past, or have there ever been any other incidences with drinking?
Well, I've had 2 other DUIs, but they were years ago. I was like 18.
Okay.
And I don't really get along with my roommate. She says that it's because of my drinking, but I think she's just kind of a bitch.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that, your problems with your roommate, that alcohol tends to be a contributing factor into that, and then also with your DUIs, if you maybe weren't drinking, you would have known to use your turn signal, you wouldn't have been pulled over, and you would have been able to, probably still go to work like you had planned on.
Mm-hmm.
So are you kind of noticing the pattern with that?
Well, now that you say that, yeah, I kind of am.
Okay. And with the outpatient treatment, it is 8 weeks, so I hear what you're saying about the time being a bigger problem for you.
Yeah.
But you're not the only one that has that problem that goes into outpatient treatment. A lot of the people you may find are just, similar to you. They have a lot of things going on outside of, why they're at the out treatment place. And so I feel like maybe if you, if you were to decide to do outpatient treatment instead of jail, you may be able to relate to people more easily because you're all there for a common purpose. Not necessarily that, you were addicted to alcohol, but just the overall picture of what outpatient treatment is for. So do you feel like you have an understanding about what outpatient treatment is?
Are they going to make me stop drinking?
Well, the outpatient treatment is to help with, you overall just reaching goals so that you don't feel like you have to rely on whatever substance, you're using significantly so that you feel like you can get a grasp on your life and that it's not causing you so many problems. So overall, yes, the goal at the end would be for you to not drink alcohol, but you also learn throughout the process, why it's bad. You can kind of start to realize the impact it's having on your life, and definitely some ways to cope with it and other forms of coping and stress release or whatever you feel like you do to use alcohol for. You can find new ways to adjust with that.
Starting to think that alcohol is the reason that my life kind of sucks.
Okay, and why do you feel like that?
Just never thought about it like this until you just said that in your explanation. But I don't know what I'll do without it at the same time.
Okay, so before you started drinking, whenever what would you do as an alternative to drinking?
When I was in middle school,
Yeah.
just hang out with friends, go to the movies.
And so do you feel like when you got older, drinking became a part of those kind of scenes?
Yeah, we would go to the movies just so we could drink.
Okay. And so do you also feel like the people you surround yourself with now also contribute to the influence of wanting to drink?
Yeah, especially at work.
Okay. Because you work at the bar.
Because I'm always around alcohol and I'm always around people that are drinking alcohol, and it just seems normal. I didn't ever realize that wasn't normal.
Okay. Well, and that's understandable when it's constantly reinforced around you. People drink and they're able to leave and go about their daily lives, and you don't see the middle part of the story.
Right.
So that's understandable. But what do you think you would be able to do instead of drinking that could maybe help you to not rely on it so much?
I think I might have to get another job, but really I just would love to go back to school.
Okay.
I'm not finding very much passion in my job, and I'm craving that in work, and I know that getting a degree is the only way that I could get a meaningful job.
Okay. And if you go to jail, if you choose the jail option, do you feel like that would help you reach these goals?
I mean, it is 6 weeks less time, but then I have jail on my record.
Yeah.
And will schools or employment places accept me if I have jail on my record?
Yeah, and those are factors that you want to think about when making this decision, because it is a difficult decision. It's not something that people always think that they're going to be dealt with and can kind of come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to take the extra time and do the outpatient treatment, really help figure out the underlying issues of the drinking, and then like I said, other ways to cope with stressors in life, ways to have fun that don't involve drinking, and ways to surround yourself with more positive people. It's not on your record, and you will be able to apply to schools and apply to other jobs without that constant worry of whether or not someone's gonna maybe not accept your application or what have you because of the jail time. So does that sound like something you'd be more interested in doing?
Yeah, you have a point.
Kind of been laid out for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and if you have any questions about the treatment process or who you'll be with and kind of everything that goes along with that, I'm always here to answer any of those questions, kind of break it down a little bit easier for you. But we can talk to your probation officer and let them know that you have kind of leaned more towards the outpatient treatment, if that's something that you're okay with finally deciding on.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do.
Okay. And we can meet again next week and kind of see how your first week in the outpatient treatment goes. And if that's okay with you.
That'd be great.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we were able to take some tension and stress off of you before going into this.
Thanks for your help.
No problem.